Good day everyone. So today we're going to present an infographic information about the Philippines during the 19th century. So me and my group mates were gonna discuss about how was the situation during the 19th century here in the Philippines. The first presenter we have Alcantara Cristini. She will be discuss the changing landscape of Philippine economy and society. Followed by me, discuss the Chinese mestizos. Then the last presenter, we have Miss Princess Jean Lakin. She will be discuss about the impact on life in the colony and the renegotiating social stratification. So now let's begin with the first presenter, Miss Alcantara.
The changing landscape of the Philippine economy and society. The changing landscape of the Philippine economy in the 19th century and describe how this development had an impact on the society. The economic development of the Spanish policies on education, social life, and the people in the Philippines. The role of an important population, the Chinese mestizos, and the Philippines' life and economy. Global events continued to affect Philippines at the beginning of 19th century. As the Philippine economy hung in a balance, policies were recalibrated with the eventual closing of Royal Philippine Company. Manila was opened to the world trade by 1834. The majority of export of the Philippines came from cash crops like tobacco, sugar, cotton, indigo, abaca, and coffee.
Here's some information about the relationship of China and the Philippines. So how important the Chinese mestizos in the context of 19th century? Philippines. The Chinese mestizos were an important element of Philippine society in the 19th century. They played a significant role in the formation of the Filipino middle class, in the agitation for reforms, in the 1898 revolution, and in the formation of what is now known as the Filipino nationality. What is the greatest contribution of the Chinese to Philippines? The trade with China was the beginning of a major influence and contribution within the Filipino culture, and one major influence that the Chinese contributed within the culture was culinary arts. So the first contribution of China to Philippines was the culinary arts. Some culinary techniques that the Filipino were taught include salty dishes, rice cakes, and noodles dishes like pancit. What is the life of the Chinese in the Philippines during the 19th century? According to Abinalis and Amoroso, the Chinese took a very prominent economic role in the 19th century as a wholesalers, retailers, and producers, especially of abaca and tobacco. They also became monopoly contractors, which suited the needs of the Spaniard colonial government.
Impact on life in the colony. The economic development, as mentioned, precipitate social, political, and cultural development. For example, the new economy demanded a more literate population to address the rising need for a more professionalized workforce to man the trading activities in Manila and other centers. This demand compelled the issuance of the colonial government order in 1836 that required all towns to set up primary schools to teach the population how to read and write. As Manila became a trading center, it became a valuable destination for people seeking better opportunities or those wanting to escape the worsening condition in the farmland. The increased rate of internal migration raised several concerns. 1. People flocked the center of trade like Manila. Overcrowding implied issues in living quarters, sanitation and public health, an increase in criminality. 2. The continuous movement of people made tax To help carry out policies better, the Guardia Civil was eventually established. As the new economy afforded the colonial state new opportunities, it also prompted the state to be more regulatory and to assert its authority. The Philippine society felt the impact of the developing economy. As a result, social relations underwent redefinition and the changing dynamic brought about a renegotiation of social stratification. With the growing relevance of the mestizo population, new lines were drawn with the following social strata. As the Spaniard lost economic power in the 19th century, they asserted dominance by virtue of their race. This issue brought complication with the rising Principalia and mestizo population who realized their indispensable position in society as movers and facilitators of the economy.
That's it for today's video. I hope you have learned the 19th century Philippine economy, society, and the Chinese mestizo. Thank you.